You can't even imagine the architectural wonders that some birds are capable of building. Today, I'll show you masterpieces of peaceful architecture created by feathered craftsmen works that would leave even the world's best architects in awe. Immerse yourself in a world where every twig matters, and some nests are sturdy enough to withstand even hurricane-force winds. These aren't just birdhouses, they are true fortresses and palaces. These stories about the creations of feathered geniuses will definitely make you think and see birds in a whole new light. Sociable Weavers. Sociable weavers who live in the Kalahari Desert region, stretching across South Africa, Botswana, and Namibia, are famous for their impressive nests. These birds create enormous, intricately designed communal dwellings that are considered the largest tree nests in the world. Instead of building individual shelters, they construct one large nest for the entire colony. At any given time, more than 100 individuals can live in it, and some nests have been used for over a century. The nest of sociable weavers resembles a beehive. Each cell or nesting space has a small entrance for an individual bird. The diameter of these chambers ranges from 10 to 15 centimeters, and a single nest can contain anywhere from 5 to 100 such compartments. These cells play an important role in helping the birds survive the harsh conditions of the desert. In winter, when the temperature drops sharply, the birds gather in the central, better insulated chambers that retain heat. In summer, they prefer the outer compartments where it is cooler. Some nests are so large and heavy that they can weigh several tons, causing the trees they are built on to collapse. The Cactus Ferruginous Pygmy owl. The Cactus Ferruginous Pygmy owl is a small bird that inhabits desert environments in southern Arizona, the southwestern United States, and northwestern Mexico. It prefers to settle at an altitude of below 1,200 meters. This little owl can easily fit in the palm of your hand. Thanks to its tiny size, it is perfectly adapted to life in the desert and uses cacti as nesting sites. Usually, the holes in the cacti are made in advance by woodpeckers searching for food. Cactus ferruginous pygmy owls are known to roost in ironwood, mesquite, acacia, saguaro, and organ pipe cacti. These birds are endangered due to habitat loss. Edible swiftlet nests. The edible nest swiftlet is an amazing creature of nature found in Southeast Asia. These birds build their nests out of hardened saliva. Their homes are usually white and opaque in structure, with a nest diameter of about 6 centimeters. They are located in rocky caves near the shore. Edible nest swiftlets use a simple form of echolocation, like bats, to navigate in dark caves, build nests, and find food. This is truly a unique phenomenon in the natural world. However, despite all their uniqueness, these nests have become a popular Chinese delicacy they are used to make bird's nest soup. As a result, there have been serious concerns about their overharvesting. In response to this problem, bird's nest traders began to raise and breed edible nest swiftlets in their homes. This allows them to select the best nests for sale. Since the risk involved in using home-raised nests is much lower than collecting nests from caves, they are significantly cheaper. Maleo. The little-known Maleo bird lives exclusively on the island of Sulawesi and draws attention with its unusual breeding method. Instead of building a nest, this bird buries its eggs in the island's volcanic sand, which is heated by geothermal springs. The warmth needed for the embryos to develop is provided by the soil itself, not by the bird's body. Moreover, immediately after hatching, the chicks dig their way through the sand on their own, much like sea turtles, and are already able to fly. Today, the Maleo population numbers only about 10,000 individuals, and urgent conservation measures are needed to save this species. One of the reasons for the population decline is that local residents hunt for Maleo eggs, which are 5 times larger than chicken eggs and rich in protein. Bushtit. Bushtits, which inhabit the western part of North America, are known for building unique hanging nests that resemble little pouches. The main materials for these structures are spider silk and moss, and the finished nest can hang as much as a foot below its attachment point. The process of building the nest takes a long time, sometimes a whole month or even longer. To achieve the desired hanging effect, adult birds sit inside the structure, weighing it down with their own bodies. Then, the outside of the nest is insulated with materials such as feathers, fur, and plant fibers, and camouflaged with pieces of plants. Before starting construction, a pair of bushtits explore suitable locations, draping spider silk over mistletoe bushes or other vegetation. Baya Weaver. The Baya Weaver, sometimes called the king of bird builders, demonstrates outstanding abilities in creating nests that are used not only for shelter, but also to attract mates. During the breeding season, females carefully inspect each male's nest, choosing the one they like best. Interestingly, studies have shown that the construction of the nest was more important than its location. The nest has a distinctive sock-like shape with a central chamber and a vertical tube leading to a second entrance inside it. The building materials include long strips of rice leaves, grass, and palm fronds. Together all the necessary components, the male makes up to 500 trips. After collecting the materials, the painstaking work of creating the complex structure begins. Baya weavers inhabit the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, moving in large flocks and performing spectacular aerial maneuvers. Black Swift. The black swift is one of the most mysterious birds in America. These birds prefer to build their nests in hard-to-reach places, such as behind waterfalls. Because of this, not much information has been gathered about them. It was recently discovered that black swifts spend the winter in river canyons in western Brazil. This location is about 6,500 kilometers from their usual nesting sites in Colorado. Scientists had long suspected that these birds spend the winter in North America, but until now they did not know exactly where. Thanks to geolocators, this mystery has finally been solved. Bowerbird. Bowerbirds have rightfully become famous for creating elaborate and striking nesting sites that attract potential mates. These structures are not only impressive in their architecture, but are also decorated with various bright objects, such as flowers, shiny beetle shells, or berries. For example, the satin bowerbird prefers blue decorations. The older the bird, the more blue accessories it adds to its structure. Among the decorations, you can find blueberries, pens, flowers, and pieces of plastic. Building these nests requires significant effort. However, according to research, 75% of females visit only one of them before mating. There are a total of 20 species of bowerbirds belonging to 8 genera, each of which has its own idea of the perfect nest. Among them, the great bowerbird stands out, building a double-walled structure resembling an avenue, decorated with white and green objects, and the vogelkop bowerbird, whose nests are adorned with outfits in bright festive colors. Southern Screamer. The southern screamer is a bird that got its name because of its loud and easily recognizable call. It can be heard from several kilometers away. These birds inhabit southeastern Peru, northern Bolivia, Paraguay, southern Brazil, Uruguay, and northern Argentina. They prefer to settle in wetlands, flooded fields, meadows, swamps, lakes, and lagoons. Southern screamers build huge nests on the ground out of reeds, weeds, sticks, and other materials. These nests are located near the nesting site, close to water, but are difficult to reach. Males and females, who usually form a pair for life, build the nest together. Sand martin. Sand martins are unusual and sociable little birds. They nest in colonies, with the number of pairs ranging from 10 to almost 2,000. Martins choose natural or artificial banks for nesting. The soil must be loose so that burrows can be dug. These burrows are positioned perpendicular to the ground and are dug about 63.5 centimeters into the bank once the work is completed. Nests are also built near large open bodies of water so that the martins have sufficient access to water, as a large part of their diet consists of insects that gather near water. At the end of the dug burrow, a nesting chamber is constructed from a mat of grass, roots, leaves, twigs, straw, and feathers. It is there that the female lays between 2 and 7 white eggs and incubates them. The breeding season of the sand martin lasts from April to August. Ruby-throated hummingbirds. The ruby-throated hummingbird is a small bird with very beautiful and delicate nests. The female builds the nest from small leaves and animal fur. She is willing to spend a lot of time to make her home beautiful and cozy. The male also takes part in the process. He keeps watch over the surroundings and warns the female of danger. To make the nest warm and soft, the female spends several days gathering animal fur. Then she weaves it into a framework made of leaves. In this way, the clever hummingbird camouflages its shelter from predators and protects it from bad weather. The red ovenbird. The red ovenbird is a national symbol of Argentina, a bird found throughout South America. It builds multi-story nests out of clay and twigs. These sturdy structures are designed to protect the birds from attacks by numerous predators. Even the jaws of a large mammal sometimes struggle to break through such shells. Many birds end up in human ovens, but this roasted bird in English, Ovenbird, means roasted bird, earned its name because the nests of some species resemble primitive pots with lids. The red ovenbird has the most distinctive nest, a thick, round, sturdy structure built by shaping clay with steam over the course of about 6 weeks. Unlike most birds, the red ovenbird thrives in urban environments and quickly adapts to human encroachment. As a result, these birds now prefer to use man-made structures to protect their young, leaving their sturdy nests available for other species, such as saffron finches. Urban and rural swallows. The rural swallow got its nickname from its habit of building nests under the roofs of human structures, such as barns, stables, and sheds. The roof of the building serves both as a roof and as protection for the nest. The swallow builds its home out of clumps of wet earth, which it gathers from puddles and rolls into little balls. These clumps, shaped like a yurt, are carried in the bird's beak and firmly stuck to the wall. To bind the clumps together, the swallow uses its own saliva. To strengthen the structure, it mixes the earth with bits of straw, stems, and horsehair. The nests of city swallows differ from those of rural swallows in their shape. The city swallow builds a nest in the shape of a ball with a round entrance. An interesting incident occurred in 2011 in the United Kingdom when, due to a dry spring, swallows found it difficult to build nests, which threatened their reproduction. At that time, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds called on residents to place containers with liquid clay mixture outside, which helped save the swallow population. Penduline Tit. Penduline Tits are truly remarkable birds, capable of teaching even the most skilled craftswomen the art of weaving. Their nests are genuine works of art. One species has a false entrance at the top, while the real nest can be accessed through a sticky flap hidden underneath. The nests of Penduline Tits are skillfully woven from a mixture of animal fur, down, soft plants, and even spider silk. Throughout history, people have used them as bags and children's slippers. When Penduline Tits are not busy breeding in their hanging nests, they are often seen perched on small branches, eating their favorite food, wriggling insects. Mound-building birds. Many people think that a nest is a structure built in a tree, but that's not the case. For example, mound-building birds construct enormous nests on the ground. Some of these nests can reach 45 meters in diameter and 60 centimeters in height. The male mound builder digs a huge pit and fills it with branches, leaves, and other organic material. After the female lays her eggs, the pair adds a thin layer of sand for insulation. As the organic matter underground decomposes, its heat warms the eggs. The only drawback is that the chicks have to dig their way out of these huge piles after hatching from their eggs. This is a difficult process that can take up to 15 hours. Montezuma Oropendola. From a distance, the nests of the Montezuma Oropendola resemble hanging fruits, which could mislead someone stranded on a Caribbean island after a shipwreck and feeling hungry. During the breeding season, the coastal trees where these birds live are adorned with numerous nests ranging from 30 to 40, although on larger trees their number can exceed 100. Each nest is built by different females using twigs and sticks, but on a single tree there is only one dominant male, who mates in turn with each prospective mother. The females lay 2 eggs at a time, which hatch after 15 days, and the chicks leave the nest another 15 days later. These birds are natural-born architects. They create dwellings that, according to all the laws of physics, should collapse under the force of wind and bad weather. But instead, they withstand any challenge, protecting their inhabitants from the scorching sun and rain. And for some, these homes are a place for a summer nap.